In a recent video, I showed you guys how to craft special float skins. Specifically, I showed you how to craft a 0.066666666 AK inheritance, but that was just the simplest case, and you definitely cannot use that method to craft any skin that you want. So in today's video, I'm going to be expanding on that method, and I'm going to be showing you how you can craft special floats for literally any skin in literally any float that you want. This is the method I use to help Sparkles craft the number one 0.000111111 Dragon Lord. Now obviously I'm not gonna craft the new number one Dragon Lord, that's just a little bit out of budget for this video, but I am gonna be going for a number one, because our goal today is the number one AUG Flame Yermangander with a float of 0.000066666. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, show me the Norse collection! By the way, I recorded this video before I announced that I would be taking a break from trade-ups, so don't worry. This video was sponsored by SkinsMonkey, the best CS2 trading site with the lowest fees out there. My favorite feature is that they don't charge any overpay for low floats, so for example, this 0.09 Zeus Dragon Snore costs exactly the same as the bad float ones. You can get up to $5 for free on your first trade if you use code TECHSAVVY, and after about 5 minutes, I managed to find this trade for my Glock Axia for the low float Dragon Snore and a StatTrak Minimal Wear AK Slate. I actually made $6.90 on this trade. If you're just a little bit short on your balance, don't worry, because again, using code TECHSAVVY, you get a 35% deposit bonus. Even if you don't have any skins, they're constantly running 3 giveaways that you can enter without trading or spending any money. Thanks again to SkinsMonkey for sponsoring this video. Go check them out. There will be a link in the description in the pinned comment. Before we dive into the tutorial part of today's video, please go check out the previous video where I showed you how to craft the inheritance. I explained everything you need to know in that video, and we're gonna be building upon that knowledge today. So step 1 is gonna be to find a trade up that'll roughly get you the right float. So for today's example, I'm gonna need a 0005 Norse Milspec and roughly quad 09 fillers. Now the reason we can't use the simpler method is because there are just simply not enough quad 0 Milspec fillers on the market for reasonable prices that we would find a good float combination. So instead, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna want to buy 9 out of 10 skins in the trade up summary that you just got, and you're gonna want to have all good collection fillers in the 9 skins that you buy, so the one skin that you're missing should be a filler skin. What we're doing here is we're reducing our problem. So our original problem is to craft a special float AUG Flame Yermangander. That is really hard, but since we already have 9 skins roughly with the right average float, we can now calculate the last skin that we need, so we've reduced our problem to crafting one special float Milspec filler. That is a lot easier. And don't worry, I promise you won't have to do any math by yourself. It's all going to be done by this website, Floatjitsu. To give back to all of you guys, I'm giving away this low float field tested M4A4 the Emperor, and all you have to do to win it is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what skin you would craft with what float if you had an infinite budget. I'm not even gonna set a like goal for this giveaway, I'm just gonna roll it a couple days after the video goes live. I like to load it up side by side with my Steam inventory, and now we can get started by navigating to the TradeUp Explorer tab. Then you can find your skin from the skin selector button. I know it's a little overwhelming, it seems very random, but if you just hit Control F and type in the name of the skin, it should highlight it for you. So I'm gonna select the AUG Flame Yermangander, and then I'm gonna type in the exact float 0.00006666666. Then since we have 9 skins, you're gonna want to turn the sliders on for inputs 1 through 9, and then copy paste all the 9 floats. Once this is done, it'll automatically calculate the last float that you need, which in my case is gonna be 00121154. So once again, we now reduce the problem of crafting a quad 0666666 AUG Flame Yermangander to crafting a 00121154 Milspec filler. So much easier. Let's craft that Milspec filler. So copy the float, head over to the float creator tab, and I'm gonna try to craft the Desert Eagle meteorite from the bank collection because it has a low float cap. which means that the inputs for this trade up are gonna be relatively high float and a lot cheaper. And if you look here at the bottom where it says preferred average float, this is the float range that you need to get bank industrials in. See how easy it is? It does all the math for you. So now you need to get a bunch of bank industrials around that float, so we're gonna use the method that I showed you in my last video. Again, I won't cover it in detail, but basically what you do is you go to your favorite marketplace, you search for bank industrials in that float range, and by the way, there's gonna be affiliate links in the description for different marketplaces if you want to check them out. I bought a bunch and we'll wait until they get delivered. Now, I didn't realize this at the time, but if you look here, it says that this float is not possible on the Desert Eagle meteorite, and you know this because it's highlighted in red. If this happens, all you gotta do is head over to the right until the arrows show up, and you adjust it slightly until you get a float that's close, but it is highlighted in green. Once you found a green float, copy it, head over to the TradeUp Explorer again, turn on input 10 and paste it in, and check if the float that you get on the Og Flame Jormungandr is still the same. For me it is, so this is the new adjusted float that we're going for. So now we can head back to the float creator section with now the correct green float, and we can start copy pasting the floats of the bank industrials into the filler input area. You're gonna want to do this until you see 10 of them being highlighted in green. This is when you'll know that you've found a combination that'll give you the Desert Eagle meteorite in just the right float. Once you found it, hit review and explorer, and this is gonna be the order of the exact skins that you need to use. So you put in input 1 first, then 2, then 3, and so on and so on. The order really matters because yes, you would get a different float if you use the different order. So now comes the tedious task of finding each float and putting them in the right order. This is gonna take a while, but make sure that you get everything right, otherwise your float is gonna be different than what you want. So once again, we only want the Desert Eagle meteorite. The CZ Tuxedo that I just got has a different float cap, and therefore it has a different float, which is not gonna be good for our Og Flame Jormungandr trade up. So now we need to try again. So we go through the same steps, copy pasting all the floats that you still have into the float creator until you get a combination with the 10 highlighted skins, then getting the order by clicking review and explorer, and then doing the trade up. And that is another tuxedo, unfortunately. Let's give that another go. And boom, there we have it, the Desert Eagle meteorite with just the right float. Now all you have to do is double check that you will get the Og Flame Jormungandr and the float that you want, and then it is time. We're gonna head over to the float creator once again. We're gonna select the Og Flame Jormungandr, type in the exact float, quad 066666667. We're gonna get rid of all the filler inputs because those are still the bank industrials, and we're gonna paste in all 10 skins. If you've done everything right, by the time you add the 10th skin, it will highlight all of them in green. Then you simply click review and explorer, which will generate the correct order for you, and now you're done. All you have to do is do the trade up and pray that you hit what you want. Now before we actually do the trade up, I just wanted to let you guys know that before I announced that I would be taking a break from trade ups, I was working on attempt number 2 of the number 1 night project, and I've done a lot of trade ups, definitely enough for a video already. So if you guys want to see that, smash the like button, and if you hit 1,000 likes on this video, we'll make it happen. Gaben, oh Gaben, this is a 25% chance at the Norse collection. All of them are going to have the special float, quad 0666666. I really want to see the Og Flame Jormungandr, as it would be the number 1 lowest float Og Flame Jormungandr in the entire world. Desert Eagle Emerald Jormungandr would be nice. P90 Astral Jormungandr would be nice. That is all I want to see. Let's do this in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Show me the Norse collection. Yes, 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 number one, yes. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, please. Yes, let's go, boys. Number 1 Og Flame Jormungandr. I just did it. I did it. It's been so freaking long since I crafted a number 1. Finally, dude. Let's fucking go. And there you have it. Luck was finally on my side. I just crafted the number 1 Og Flame Jormungandr with the float of quad 066666666. This guy's probably worth over $2,000, and the trade up cost me a little over 500, but less than 600. So we're in a lot of profit today. If you had an unlimited budget, let me know what skin you would craft with what float. I'm really curious to see. For me personally, it's definitely the M4 Knight with the float of code quintuple066666. But hopefully I was able to teach you something in today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll do my best to answer to every single one of them. Once again, a huge shout out goes out to SkinsMonkey for sponsoring this video. I literally would not be able to do this without them. So please go check them out if you want to support the channel. It's a great site with some great deals to be found. And if you somehow still haven't seen my first guide on how to craft special floats, then check out this video next because you can even make trade ups more profitable with it.